Just welcome and just excited for another season. My third season. It's gone by quite fast, but I'm excited. We're, just with we have a new energy and a lot of new players and trying out new things, and so it's been a fun. We've gone from beginning of September, obviously with the rule changes and things like that. We've had a lot of different times of the season, so we've been working with the players for a lot. So it's we're full on next week, so we're excited.
You've had some time to try different combinations of players. Is your team's lack of height a greater concern than it was going into the fall, or less?
I mean, it is what it is. You have to control the controllables, and yes, I would like to have more size, but we don't. So, we spent a lot of time in the off season just working on different things. The one great thing about it is that we have a lot more depth this year. We have a lot more guards. We're more versatile with Lexi back in the mix, being able to play multiple positions for us. So it's our job as coaches just to put the kids in position to be successful, and I think we can do that with the versatility that we have this year. Yes. Yeah, it is, and we've emphasized that, and I feel like we're better this year in practice than we were last year in games at this time of the year, with understanding the importance of that. And I feel like they've really worked hard they see that we don't have the size out there, so. And we have more athleticism, so it just seems like we're on the boards more.
I know you run the Preseason style, yeah, kind of 4 hours. Have you run that before?
Mm-hmm. I ran it at Richmond because we were similar. We didn't have a lot of size at Richmond. So we had one big post player, and we had more, similar to here, we just had a lot more guards on our team at that point. So,
how did the formation, I guess, of that happen where you don't have a lot? It was a recruiting type of deal? How did that happen?
We were in on some great post, and you're down. It's funny. It's one of those things you always second guess yourself. Do you just put a bunch of offers out there and the first ones to take it? But we got down to being with 2 of the top 20 kids in the country, and it was us and somebody else. We were 1 or 2 with both of them, and so you gotta, I've been in positions where I've gotten all of them, and this is the first year where we didn't get either one of them, and so yeah, we just kind of got stuck a little bit.
You mentioned the rule changes, and I know that you guys have already kind of practicing work press, stuff like
Yep.
that. I mean, how much are you gonna run of that now down there?
Yeah, you can't worry about it. You just have to adjust to the officials, and it's our job, again, to just teach them. I mean, obviously we have to move our feet more. It'll be interesting to see how ticky-tack it becomes. I think where people will really get exposed is going to be with hand checking. I mean, they really want to protect the ball handler. They want to see games that are higher scoring. So I think anytime you have a ball handler trying to get to the rim, they're going to be protected. Anytime you have a ball handler on the wing, they're going to be protected. I don't know, they're going to clean up physical post play. I mean, they showed us clips of what physical post play is. I think we'll be okay. I want to run and jump press. I want to do that. We're just going to have to be able to move our feet. But with the 10-second backcourt rule in, it doesn't make sense that we shouldn't press. I mean, that's why teams are going to. I mean, that's what that rule was put in place for. So more teams will press and just try and play more up tempo. And the whole idea is just to clean up the game and make our game more exciting and more fun. And so these are some of the rule changes that the coaches have agreed to, that the officials feel that's important. It's funny that the rules have been in place. They're not changing the rules. They just need to be emphasized, and they're making a huge point to do that this year.
The team obviously do press your kind of your point guard situation. Where is that right now?
Well, we have a couple. So Brianna's been out with a hamstring pull. She's doing really well. We're going to throw her back in on Sunday. She's not going to scrimmage tomorrow. She's been in and out a little bit, but we've really decided just to kind of shut her down and just get her really strong so that we have her for the season. She'll work herself back into that mix next week. But between Brianna, we have Rayshawn Gaffney, who didn't play for us last year, who's both a 1 and a 2. Kelsey obviously played a lot for us last year before her injury. And Jaren, who's really done a great job for us this year, just a year older. So we have 4 people we can use. So it might be a little bit by committee. Obviously with the Princeton, it's a 2-guard front in some situations. And, like anything else, they're going to fight for it. But we have a lot of people that can play it.
Where is Sarah in her evolution as a basketball player?
She's still raw. She's still trying to figure out herself out on the floor. But the things that Sarah does, I mean, her rebounding is is just off the charts. You know, she almost rebounds like she's two people. But her rebounding, the physicality, I mean, she needs to clean that up, but I like the fact that she will play physical for us. She's demanding the ball a lot more this year. And in the Princeton, it actually helps her because she has a lot of speed. So her work in that pinch area also clears that lane out for her to just really attack the basket one-on-one. So that's been a strength for her. She's understanding the offense pretty well. I mean, it's predicated on guard play, but she's an instrument in that as well. And so I feel like she's doing a good job there, and she's obviously better in her defenses this year.
How Sydney looks like she could be a presence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is she a low post player?
She's both. She can shoot the 3. She can shoot the 15-footer. She's our most versatile post player. She's very mobile. She can handle the ball. You know, I wouldn't mind to see Sid eventually, maybe you know, as a junior, become a big 3 for us. I mean, she has potential to do that. This year, obviously, we have a lot of guards, so I don't know that would be her role. But she gives us a lot of versatility. She's a stretch 4, like Sarah Beth is, but different because she's crafty with the ball.
You mentioned Sarah and the rule changes in physical play can be called a little tighter. Obviously, she had trouble staying on the floor last year with fouls.
She had trouble staying in our first scrimmage.
So with not a lot of
6 fouls in 20 minutes.
With not a lot of depth either at the forward spot.
And that's why the good thing about what I love about the offense, because you can actually play it with one post player. A traditional post, you can play 4 guards. So we've looked at, like I said, a lot of different lineups. It's one of the reasons why I looked at it this year. It's more conducive to our personnel and our depth and our bench. But yeah, she does need to find a way to stay on the floor for us.
About Kelsey, is she good to go next week?
Yeah, she's been practicing with us since we started. She's been in the whole time. I mean, I would say she's 100% ready to go. If you ask Kelsey, she's probably about 80% of what she wants to be. You know, just getting in shape and the timing and all that. But she looks good out there. I mean, there's always going to be things that she's going to, you know, 10 games into it, she's going to forget that she did her knee, you know. But it's going to take her kind of those moments and those game minutes to get adjusted.
Has Lexi been the presence on defense that she was 2 seasons ago?
Yeah, you can ask her, but, you know, the matchup zone, she's right there on the wing getting some tips and steals, and she's playing the back line for us, and yeah. So I like where our defense is right now. I mean, obviously it's got a lot of work, but I like the pieces, different pieces. I mean, last year we had Frankie at the top of it, but Ray Sean's doing a great job up there too. So we have a lot of moving parts that are interactive.
With how do you kind of see going into your 3rd year now? How was kind of was last year? I mean, I don't want to say a step back, but with all the injuries, it was kind of tough to kind of gauge the process. How do you kind of gauge like the process of this program going into this
I feel like this feels like my 2nd year. You know, a healthier team. A little bit more versatility. Obviously, we still have to add some pieces down the road, you know. But I feel like this is similar to what it would be for a 2nd year. You know, have a couple veteran guards, got a lot of youth, trying to, you know, mesh that together, trying to figure out what a good system would be for them. Tons of buy-in, great group of girls. So, you know, our job is to keep them healthy.
How are these seniors? Lexi's been in the tournament, but the other 2 have not.
Right.
Obviously, that's kind of your goal. Is that kind of? They talked about it last year. I think how they want the freshmen to know that this is what you do here. You go to the tournament every year. How is that kind of pronounced on this team that is the goal?
I think that's the goal for everybody. And I think Frankie said it best, is that I know that the underclassmen want to give them that taste of what it's supposed to be like, but at the same time, the underclassmen are trying to tell the freshmen, like, this is how it's supposed to be here. Every year you're expected to go to the tournament. So I think, you know, both of them want the same thing, and they're on the same page, and I feel like they're a unit moving forward, and they're not afraid to talk about it. And I think that's their goal, and they can speak about it, because I feel like they believe that they should be there this year.
Is Amanda a traditional 4?
Yeah, but she's a banger. She loves to bang more than any of them, to be honest. And she's got really good footwork on the block. So yeah, but she likes to play physical, and she can shoot the 15-footer. She's not a stretch 4. She's more of a traditional 4, yeah.
Any last questions for Joanne?
Just, you know, playing in the new ACC this year, how much of a challenge is that for you guys to add those 3 teams to an already strong conference?
Yeah, it's great. I mean, it really does make the ACC the best conference in the country when it comes to women's basketball. And I mean, there were 4 or 5 teams picked, in the top 25, and I mean, Duke's at the top of that list, Notre Dame's at the top, Syracuse, who we played last year in overtime. So a lot of great teams are coming in the conference. What you hope as a coach is that there's so much depth in the conference is that eventually we're getting 7, 8, 9 teams in the tournament, and that's why you make a conference so heavy like that, is that multiple teams can get in, and so that's the goal.
One more. With Frankie as a senior now, I mean, how much do you rely on her on the floor in her senior year?
Yeah, I mean, our job is to keep Frankie healthy so that she can be in every game, and obviously she's been a little, she's been injured for us throughout the course of her career, but so it's my job and trainers and strength and conditioning, we're just trying to get her ready just to have as many game minutes as she possibly can. So again, she's a veteran, she's been there, she's a calming factor on the floor. She's won games for us with big shots. She's one of our best defenders in the matchup. So I think just her leadership and her presence in terms of being calm and a senior is important, especially for the younger kids. So again, we're just getting her healthy and just putting her in the best position we can so that we're getting the most minutes for her this year.